Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Well, this is a question which often is asked to freshers when they are facing an interview. Hi, I am Satyajit, and today I am going to discuss this question in detail. I'll specifically talk about what goes in the minds of the interviewer when they ask this question. I'll talk about how we need to prepare for this question, and then I will end the video with a sample model answer. So stay tuned till the end of this video. So what goes on in the minds of an interviewer when he asks this question? Well, all that he is trying to understand is, have you understood the role for which you are applying? Have you really understood how this role progression happens in the industry? Well, that's all that he is interested in. He wants to see whether you have put the real due diligence in understanding these aspects of the job. Well, now that you know that the interviewer is really looking towards you to understand your due diligence, now I'm going to tell you how you need to prepare to answer this question. Well, the first thing you can do is look at the job description or JD. Now, since this is a job, there is definitely a job description available. So you have to go through this job description very carefully and note what this particular role entails to on a day-to-day basis. With this, you will form an overall understanding of what this role is all about, right? The second step here is to do your own secondary research. Go to the internet, find out about the company, find out about the department or the role to which this the role, the responsibilities around this with respect to the company's vision, and gather as much information about the progression of this role in the next 5 years. The third thing which you can do is reach out to people, right? So you can reach out to people in your seniors, alums, who have done this kind of role or are currently doing this role. You can use LinkedIn to reach out to people who are again doing this role or have done this role in the past. So you would reach out to them and they are definitely going to get some insights around how their careers have progressed. So armed with this knowledge, you would be much more confident now to answer this question, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Generally, how students or how freshers answer this question is they start talking about where they see themselves in the next 5 years in terms of the designations, in terms of team leading, in terms of leading X number of people, things like that, because it is also important to show a streak of leadership in a horizon of 5 years. So that's typically the answer. So there is nothing wrong in it, but it's just that this is a common answer given by most of the candidates. So how do you stand out? So now you have already done the pre-work, the 3-step pre-work that I just discussed. So now you are armed with that knowledge. So how you should go about answering this question? So what I'll do is I'm going to leave a model answer here. Okay. So let me build the context for that model answer. Imagine I am getting interviewed for a fresher level position in a consulting company, in a management consulting company in retail industry, right? And I am facing this interview board and I am being asked this question, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? So my answer will be as follows. I would say, I have been very interested in retail as an industry, specifically in the e-commerce and digital areas. As I will join in the retail sector and I will do client service, I will increase my depth in retail as well as in e-commerce and digital area. Now it is connected to technology in some sense because I am talking about e-commerce and digital. So I would also like to keep myself abreast with what's happening technologically in the retail sector, right? And I will also ensure that I do the right certifications, I do the right amount of training to keep myself ready for the challenges. With this, I think in the next 5 years, I definitely see myself leading, managing and delivering retail projects for the consulting company. I just gave you a model answer, right? But the answer that you will give will definitely depend on the context, which is the industry, the company and the role. But I'm sure the strategies that I outlined previously, and if you prepare along those strategies, you would be able to answer this question with a lot of confidence and will definitely be able to leave a lasting impression. Thank you.